Today we're going to be talking about the Juzear Z-Review's Defiant. This is a 1 dynamic driver, 3 balanced armature IEM coming in at under $100, 99 US dollars as of the making of this video. That is pretty dang solid actually for what you get, and we'll talk about that in a second, but thank you HiFiGo for sending this review. Let's get into it. Overall, I actually really like the look of this thing. I think it's gorgeous. That green, beautiful. No issues here. Yeah, comfortable enough for me. Nozzle is 6.1 millimeters at its widest point. That might be a problem for some. It is over 6, but for me personally, this was pretty dang comfortable. No issues at all. Earhooks, comfortable enough. They didn't pull the IEM out of my ears. That's nice. The slider does like to fall down, so there is that, but you know, whatever. That a lot of people don't even use them. I do. Interchangeable termination. That's cool. Comes with 4.4 and 3.5. Comes with 2 different styles of silicone tips to choose from, as well as foam tips, so that's nice. Really nice case. I like it. Feels classy, looks good. And a little acrylic logo. This is going to be living on my desk. I like it. It's kind of fun. So yeah, overall the accessories, the build, very good. Not a lot to complain about. Really, the only thing really is the slider falling down. That's my only kind of nitpick here. Overall, build and accessories, I'm giving this a pass. For under $100, $100 basically on the dot, this is pretty good. So yeah, let's talk about the sound. I actually kind of like it. I actually kind of like it. It is a bit of a V. It is a, you know, bass is kind of boosted and the treble is kind of boosted, but it's a tasteful V. It's enjoyable. It has some colorations, but the colorations are balanced and not really, you know, causing me a whole lot of problems. The bass, it is definitely present. It feels good. It feels groovy. It's not sucked out. It's not thin. Bass guitar has decent texture with this IEM. I will say I prefer this IEM with Dunu SNS tips. I found that the bass texture was better for me. The treble just kind of, I don't know. The way that the SNS tips did the treble, it's just far better for my personal hearing. This was a bit tip dependent when it came to the treble, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, the bass, overall, pretty enjoyable. The mids, you know, they do have that bit of that lower mid kind of thing going on where this is a V. And then you get into the upper mids and it has a little bit of an early rise, but the ear gain kind of peaks right where I like it. It's not, you know, I didn't find this shouty. I actually found it enjoyable to listen to, which surprises me because usually when I get like this amount of upper mids, it's going to be, you know, a toss-up. I'm either going to love it or hate it, and I actually kind of like this one. So they did a really good job. In my opinion, I think this is pretty stinking awesome for under $100 or $100 on the mark. That's awesome. It's pretty dang good. And then the treble, like I said, it is tip dependent. With foam tips, I was finding the treble, like the upper treble was almost too dull and it was kind of giving the lower treble this weird timbre, but I was trying different tips and I landed on the Dunu SNS tips. Those ones fit me really well, and the treble just became alive. This IEM kind of just, I don't know, really started to sing once I got those tips on there and I got the right fit and everything. It was, these sound pretty freaking enjoyable for $100. Like that's awesome. It kind of reminds me of the Meyer Audio CKLVX, the D41. It has very similar vibes to that IEM, and I like that IEM. That's one of those IEMs that I like it. Even though it has more upper mids than my regular preference, I actually like it. This is a little bit more chill, which is a good thing actually, because the upper treble on the CKLVX could be a bit much for a lot of people. This is, it's a lot more tame and I find this, it's a good listen. I listened to it for quite a while and I wasn't getting fatigue. I was actually enjoying my listening session. So overall, I actually think this is a great sounding IEM for $100. Like, that's pretty sweet. I was thinking maybe 140, 150, that kind of range, you know, about $100. Like, that's awesome. That's great. I like seeing, you know, good budget stuff, because like under $100, like, yeah, like I like the Hexa, I guess. If I was going to listen to an IEM under $100, it'd probably be the Hexa, but this would make that list now. Like, this is pretty good for $100. This is pretty stellar, actually. So yeah, overall, I actually really like it. Like, if you don't like V tunings, maybe stay away. That's who I'd have to warn about this. The treble, if you're like ultra treble sensitive to the upper treble, maybe, but like, I don't know. Like, this didn't sound like it was like overly harsh. It just sounded sparkly and enjoyable to me. And then when it gets to the upper mids, it's like, I don't know. It sounds crunchy and in a good way, like kind of like how like guitar overdrive tones are. I like it. I actually like it. It does have some colorations. I wouldn't call this neutral by any means, but it's enjoyable. And if you like that bass boosted, treble boosted sound, I think this is one of the better versions of that, and for a good price too. And you get good accessories. So I do recommend this IEM, actually. I recommend the CKLVX. I would actually recommend this over the CKLVX, and it's cheaper. That's awesome. I like when stuff does that. I like when stuff is more affordable and better. Like, that's the end game. Like, that is the goal, right? So if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time,